Hey everyone, it's Jessica with Realty out of the Tampa Bay area. I'm here with Jen Reynolds of Jenergy Air Services. She's the first part of our Trusted Business series in Pinellas County. Hi Jen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. If you don't mind, just want to chat with you and ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
What are some things that buyers should look out for in their HVAC system when buying a new home?
So when buying a new home, I would always consider who lived there prior to, I guess, you moving in the house, and how do they treat their air conditioning system? Did they have pets? Do they maintain their air conditioning system? Are your ducts dirty? Were they smokers? And I would really want to open up the inside of the air handler and look at the condition of the coil and the cabinet to see if there's growth, mold, algae. If the coils inside the air handler are dirty, you're going to have problems with your coils freezing up and airflow. A nice clean air handler is the best way to ensure that your air conditioning system is going to run really well. Also, the condenser outside. If you look at the condenser and you see that the coils look like they're dirty or impacted, or there's leaves inside of it, you want to make sure that it's cleaned out and that it just looks nice, because a dirty condenser coil is a telltale sign that you're going to have problems in the future. So it's important to spray it down and maintain it to keep it clean.
Awesome. And what is some regular maintenance that homeowners should engage in to make sure that they're keeping their unit working at max?
People always forget, but change your filter. Your filter isn't designed to clean the air, it's designed to protect your air conditioning system. So the filter is going to take everything out of the air that would necessarily get caught in the coils of the air handler. And if the filter gets too dirty, it actually slows down airflow to your house and could cause your coils to freeze up, and also could cause the air just not come out as strong as it should. So keeping your coils cleaned. A lot of companies and people will tell me, oh, I put bleach in my drain. Do not put bleach in your air handler drain. Bleach is a corrosive chemical and will eat the coils of your air handler. I always tell them to put vinegar in the drain instead. It's natural, it's non-corrosive, and it won't damage the air handler. Getting your system maintained every 6 months or every year. I always tell my customers, if you have dogs and pets, every 6 months is probably better, because you have more dander and hair in the air. And if you're somebody who maybe lives alone or has just you and your husband, a yearly maintenance is probably better.
Good to know. And what programs do you offer here at Jenergy for people to stay on top of their maintenance?
So we have something called the Cool Club, which is a biannual maintenance program where it's $199 for the year, and we call you and say, hey, it's been 6 months, it's time for us to come out and check out your air conditioning system. That way it ensures that you have a professional set of eyes looking at your system, looking at all of your refrigerant levels and the airflows and making sure the temperatures are right, and making sure that it stays clean. With the Cool Club, you also get a discount on repairs, and also if you wanted to change your system out, there's a discount on system replacement as well. I always tell my customers that our indoor air quality conscientious, that a UV light in your air conditioning system is great. There's 2 different kinds. One that goes in the air handler and the evaporator coil, and that UV light is like the power of the sun inside your air handler. That protects the air conditioning system. So that UV light will keep the coils clean, I call it zap, but they actually break down algae, mold, and pet dander and hair, so it won't get caught on your coils. And there's another UV light that you can put in the supply duct on top of the air handler that actually it purifies the air in your whole house. So instead of just one room, it's the whole house.
And how would a homeowner know that it is time to replace their air conditioning system?
So an average air conditioning system's lifespan, some companies will tell you 10 to 12 years is time to think about changing your air conditioning system. But if your power bills are low and your system is operating fine, you could get 15 to 20 years out of your air conditioning system. If you're having lots of repairs, like lots of parts are going out, and your system is 10, 12 years old, it might be time to consider replacing it. A good system, a good system, like with anything, a car, a boat, you could buy a cheap one. You buy a cheap air conditioner, it's gonna last you maybe 10 to 12 years. But you buy a good air conditioner, you can maybe get 15 to 20 years out of it.
And what are some common misconceptions that you find in your industry?
So many people think that if they get a bigger air conditioning system, which is like more tons of air conditioning, that it's better. Bigger is not better when you're buying an air conditioning system. You need a system that is designed to cool the square footage of your home. And when you're buying an air conditioning system, it's 1 ton per 500 square feet of house. So if you get a system that's too big for your house, then what's going to happen is called short cycling. So you set your thermostat to 72, your system is huge, it gets to 72 in 15 minutes, and then it turns your system off. And then the humidity rises, and then it gets hot again, and the system turns on, and then it turns off. And what the result of that is you have cold but wet air, so your house doesn't feel dry. And an AC system is essentially a dehumidification system, so it's supposed to remove the humidity from your house. So if it gets cold too fast, it doesn't stay on long enough to remove humidity. And when it turns on, that's when it uses the most electricity. So if you want it to turn on, stay on long enough to pull the humidity out of the air, and then turn off, and then turn back on a little bit later. Instead of turning on and off consistently, that's how it uses the most electricity.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
You're
all
welcome.
the information, Jen. Please let us know where we can find you.
So you can find me at jenergyair.com. That's Jenergy, Jen with all the energy. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Our phone number is 727-595-5366, and we service all of Pinellas County. We love Pinellas County.
Hey guys, feel free to check back for more tips from our local trusted business partners.